Hello to all of my Scorpios. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading, Scorpios. Let's go. This reading is for the 4th of August through the 4th of September. This is your Freedom Friday message. The moon is in Pisces. If you're watching this on Thursday, the 3rd, the moon is in Pisces. So emotionally, if you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed or you've been feeling a little bit overwhelmed, part of it is that full moon, fully illuminated full moon in Aquarius, where we are all focusing on what our life mission is here on earth, right? And moving towards using our gifts and talents to better mankind, right? And just saying laser focused on that. But also that moon in Pisces, as it moves through Pisces from Aquarius to Pisces, it stays in every sign for about 2 days. And then it moves into that next zodiac sign. Source is saying as it moves into Pisces, because Pisces is the last sign in the zodiac, it's a water sign, it can get overwhelming for you. It's like, okay, I got a lot of stuff going on in my universe and I am just overwhelmed. But then that moon moves into Aries, which is a fire sign, and it's the first sign in the zodiac. And so source is saying, oh, somebody's having a tower moment. So that's going to give you the extra push that you need to say, I need to get laser focused. I need to get laser focused and I need to initiate some change here. Here we have the 5 of Cups. So somebody could be definitely lamenting over something that you're leaving behind. Maybe it's a breakup, but part of it is you breaking cycles, chains, and curses. So somebody is laser focused. This is the Judgment card. And then also the Tower card. So the Tower card, this is Mars. This is Pluto. So Pluto is currently retrograde. This is where you're breaking generational cycles, chains, and curses. When I say somebody is locked in and laser focused, that is an understatement. So you are leaving behind all vampire energy. Any energy where you feel like somebody is sucking the life out of you because they're draining energy leaks, all of that, you're leaving all of it behind. So here we have the 5 and 7 of swords right here. See how these people are looking behind? This person is kind of looking down. You see these 2 swords here and these 2 swords here? Somebody is saying, I'm locked in and laser focused. I look back for one last time and I am moving on. So it could be 2 energies. 2 energies doesn't necessarily always mean 2 people. 2 energies could be like things that's close to your heart that causes you to think negative thoughts about it or have negative self-talk when you think about it, like, gosh, you know what's wrong with me? How come I just can't move beyond something? Like every time I think about this upsets me and frustrates me. So sources say, remember, your reputation is intact, Scorpio, meaning that, see all of these coins back here? You have to learn that, see, like this crab right here, that when emotionally you feel overwhelmed, you don't have to go all the way down to the bottom of your emotions where it comes across as negative talk, negative self-talk, all of that. You just need to retreat. You need to go back in. When you put out those powerful antennas, that can look like in when you're talking to certain people and you feel like certain loved ones, you can feel like, okay, they're wasting their time, they're wasting their energy. You don't have to get frustrated and say, what's wrong with you? How come you haven't gotten it together yet? And you taking too long. You don't have to do any of that. You put out those powerful feelers that can sometimes look like a phone call and you're talking to them and they still talking about the same stuff. And you say, okay, let me go back into my crab shell. Let me get laser focused on, before I get upset and get fixated that the person is not ambitious enough. They're moving too slow. Things aren't happening. They're complaining. I'm just moving on. I'm moving on. That's what somebody's having a tower moment. It's like, I'm just learning how to not allow myself to get to such a low frequency that I feel like I'm about to combust. If anything, I'm moving beyond that. So congratulations to you all. Congratulations. 7 of coins, 2 of cups. We have the Lover's card, the Sun card, the Ace of cups, and also the 9 of wands. So some energies could also, like I said, you're divinely protected in all of this. Your reputation is still intact. You don't have anything to worry about with that. Matter of fact, it's harvest time with you. Here we have the 7 of coins. So that number 7 is Source's way of saying to you, plant the seeds that you want to grow and put some action behind it. So if you want to go back to school to grow your money, then go back to school. You've already peeked your head back out there with some loved ones and you realize, they still on that same, they moving a little slow. So before I harshly judge them and say they're not doing anything or they're not moving fast enough or whatever, I need to move on with focusing on planting the seeds that I want to grow in my life, right? So that could even look, when I say love, it could be even exes, or old friends or whomever. You just feel like, okay, they moving at a slow pace and still no changes. Here we have the Sun card. This is the real push right here, is stay focused in your purpose. That's the real push, because you've already been through a long and arduous journey of frustration, highs and lows. clear about something one day, motivated, the next day you feel burned out and confused. I'm not sure what the heck is going on. So source is saying to you, this is increasing somebody's somebody is definitely in this nurturing space, like that crab that you see. Where's it? This right here. Like that crab, somebody is down to earth, very relatable. Like somebody feels like I'm compassionate, but every time I dip back in, I'm trying to give energies the benefit of the doubt, and it could be a cancer involved, or you could have cancer somewhere in your birth chart. And so source is saying to you, every time you dip your head back in to just kind of sort of get a feel, Cancer is the I feel sign, to kind of get some feelings and just see, okay, I need to move on. So here we have the Two of Cups. Source is saying to you, soulmate energy is going to help you with that. It could be a Cancer that's a good friend of yours, that's going to help you with whenever you're stressed out about things. I need to reconnect with the Cancer in me, or a Cancer, right? The Cancer in you, or the Cancer, right? Somebody's sun sign could be Cancer, but the bottom line is, or somebody connected to you, their sun sign could be Cancer, or moon sign could be Cancer, because the sun illuminates the moon. And again, people could feel like you're harshly judging them. That's why you said, okay, before I go off on somebody, and before their inner frustration projects onto me and it makes me come across as being frustrated with them, I need to put some feelers out there. That sometimes, like I said, through a phone call, text message, email, or whatever, and I start feeling like I'm getting overwhelmed, I need to pull back again. So here we have the Lover's card. Lover's card is some kind of partnership in business and or in love is trying to come your way. And here we have the Ace of Cups. And this is where Source is really trying to teach somebody learning how to protect your emotions. Protect your creativity and your emotions. Because that water can get boiling hot when you start focusing on things that really just don't serve your highest purpose. Especially if you're like the mothering energy and you really want to help people. You really want to see people do well. And so people are just going through their tower moment right now. Like they're going through their awakening. And the best thing you can do for people is to just let them go through, to be, to love them. That's like agape love, right? So that's what's coming your way. Some good news is coming your way. Some kind of a partnership in love or partnership in business, or both, actually, coming your way, Scorpio. So here we go. Yep, somebody's fighting some inner demons. Here we had the Five of Wands, the King of Wands, the Knight of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, and also the Hierophant card. Somebody is really battling some inner demons. And them battling their inner demons, like I said, for you, because you have an understanding of what demons people are battling, for you, it's I'm sitting on my throne. I'm not stepping down off of my throne to involve myself in people who are battling their inner demons. They're going to have to call out to Source, just like you called out to Source from being an over nurturer. So here we have the Five of Wands and also the King of Wands. So all of this is good, actually, because like I said, you're not being pulled back into other people's wilderness where you're just like you lost in their wilderness and they're lost, and neither one of y'all can see the light or the purpose inside of each other. So sources, just like you had to learn how to save yourself, they're gonna have to learn how to save themselves too. This is the Knight of Cups. So Knight energy is about saving yourselves. And then of course we have the Six of Cups. So Source is saying, with all of this water energy, that some emotions that somebody has poured into something and gotten just a bunch of toxicity or confusion in return. Source is saying you have a loved one, someone who transitioned, that is saying, toss all that bitterness out. Toss all of that bitterness out so that on the other side of all of this, you literally can feel like, okay, I have some fresh creativity. So if you feel yourself so overwhelmed to a point where you feel like, I need to do a deep cleanse or a deep detox, that's the moon in Pisces. And that's where you're saying, I'm going to drink some more water. I'm going to do my juice fast. I'm not just going to reach for unhealthy foods or something that's going to temporarily quench my thirst. I'm going to physically reach for water, that clear water you buy from the store in a bottle or wherever you buy. But that's what you're going to, or drink out of, filtered water or whatever, so that you can come up with creative ideas to use that energy to create an additional stream of income. So somebody is focusing on growing their money in very powerful ways. And so, like I said, every time you dip your head back into loved one, into their business, like especially if you're not really ready to cut them off. So it's just like every time you dip your head back into loved one's business, Source is saying to you, and you realize that they are still battling their demons, and you know why they're battling your demons. Like, let's say for instance, it is it's an ex, or it's a adult child, or let's say it's a friend, and you know where it comes from. Like, it's generational, or it's ancestral, or it's family traumas, and they're battling that. Really, what can you do except pray for people? I mean, for real, like, because we're not other people's gods. So Source is saying to you, you can keep pouring all of this water into something and getting just a bunch of confusion, and get a bunch of confusion back. Or you can say, hey, I'm tossing out all that toxic water. I'm focusing on my soul community and doing things that nurture me, so that I don't feel burned out or stressed out or whatever out, right? So that's what somebody's focusing on. Somebody's focusing on, nurturing yourself, in the meantime. So congratulations to you all. Like I said, I see major growth. Here we have the Judgment card. We have the Ten of Pentacles. We have the Page of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. So here we have the Judgment card twice. So Source is saying to you, again, there going to be some energies you left behind. There's two energies in particular that somebody is leaving behind, like I said here, that really think that you're harshly judging them. But it really, if they want access to your universe, absolutely you are judging them, because you've worked so hard to get to your throne of finances. You worked really, really hard to get to your throne of ideas, right? You worked hard to get to this right here, balancing things out. When it comes up, I'm coming up with all these powerful ideas to grow my money and also protect my reputation. So absolutely, if you want access to my universe, absolutely, you are under my judgment, because you're the judge, jury, and executioner of your universe, just like they are of theirs. And if they don't know that, then again, that can frustrate you. It's almost like, when I look at the cards here, Scorpio, it's almost like trying to tell somebody their value. Like, do you see how people respond to you, and they just keep like a Debbie Downer or like a David Downer. They just keep downing themselves. And like, how many times you keep trying to inspire people and pour into people, and they don't even want to see it in themselves. So Source is saying to you, continue working hard on yourself and continue focusing on your legacy wealth that you've worked so hard for. So this is the Ace of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles. And all while you are still protecting your emotions, right? Learning how to protect your emotions. Somebody's going to come out of this feeling like 1,000% better. Like, you feel like your energy level has increased, because again, you know what? It's like you're on the outside of somebody else's universe. You're giving people limited access to your universe, while you and your universe doing your thing. You're focusing on this, your legacy, business partnerships, romantic partnerships, if that's what you want, right? Additional streams of income. So congratulations to you. Like I said, congratulations to you for figuring it out, that you can't make people see, you cannot make people see what you see in them. That's a frustrating part about people. When you love people, you like, I can't. It's so many moving parts to it. When I look at your cards here, Scorpio, part of the moving parts is if they inherited something from another parent, and you trying to inspire somebody, and you like, man, you could be doing this, you can be doing that, you could be doing this, that, and the other, and they just don't. That's a part of them. They could look like the other parent, and they just don't have it. They don't have it, and they can't see it in themselves yet. So instead of you looks like somebody could have tried a lot of different things. Same thing with an ex. After a while, you're just like, okay, this I don't. It's counterproductive. Here we have the Hierophant card, the Two of Cups, the Nine of Cups, the Ten of Wands, the Page of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Ten of Wands. So again, there could be a Taurus involved. Somebody could be really bullheaded and very, very stubborn, Scorpio, to a point where you just feel like, you know what? Somebody's going to have a tower moment. I mean, literally, some fixed signs, like you were fixated on, you could have been fixated on over nurturing something, right? It could be a Taurus involved. It could be an Aries involved. It could be a Taurus, Aries involved. It could be a Gemini involved. You know, in a situation where people are having a tower moment, and a lot of information keeps coming to you. A lot of information keeps coming to you. You know, it's some people. Some people talk and talk and talk and talk and talk, and they don't even realize they're talking themselves into a pit, right? That's why Source is saying to you, people keep talking about what they're going to do, but they're not taking the action. They're not putting the action behind it. Here we have the Page of Swords. Your anxiety is about to be zero. Like you're about to not have any anxiety about it at all, because I see booked and busy for you, not burdened at all. So you won't even have time to even think about, you know, loved ones who are not, because it looks like somebody got so many excuses about everything, and you just know really at the heart of it is hard work. I mean, you can't. That's something you can't escape. So here we have the Two of Cups again. Source is saying, as I'm helping you to build up your community, you know, you're gonna start seeing that you're not making this up. You had to put hard work behind what you wanted, and I'm saying you getting exactly what you want. Nine of Cups. I see you getting exactly what you want because of the hard work and the effort that you're putting behind something. So, like I said before, I'm seeing a lot of growth in every area of your life. And so whatever seeds you're planting, you're speaking lovingly to those seeds. Speaking of love, you're speaking lovingly to those seeds. So if you're saying, I see my business doing well, you're speaking lovingly to it every day. You're getting up, setting those intentions, making things happen. And if people are just sitting around confused and trying, and I don't know. So sync with the moon. Like I said, the moon is in Pisces, and somebody is moving into abundance and prosperity, moving forward. You know, like I said before, that could be new love interest coming across your path, or new business opportunities coming across your path. But it's time to meditate and contemplate, because again, that moon in Pisces could have you feeling overwhelmed. I'm not sure if I made the right decision. If you can also keep this in mind too, Scorpio, we are still in a cycle. The full moon phase is the most celebrated of all the phases within a cycle, but we're still in a cycle. We don't have a new cycle until the 16th of this month. So there's still time. There's still time, you know? Like I said, you dip your head back in to see how everybody's doing, and it's like, okay, well, people still waiting, you know, for some inspiration. You divinely protected. Your reputation is intact. You've been working really hard. Sources like, I'm sending you creative ideas. All you need to do is just come, you know. So here we have Goddess 14. 1 + 4 is 5. So this is definitely a pivotal point for you. So make sure to feel it in your bones, for you are what you believe. You got to speak lovingly to you, because if you're around a lot of people who don't believe in themselves, and you're a water sign, oh my God, that's scary, because you'll literally start to believe, well, you know, maybe I think too high of myself. Like what planet is people doing that on? But anyway, so yeah, so you'll literally start to think you think too high of yourself if you're around low expectation people. If you're around low vibrational people as a water sign, that is very tricky, because you'll start to think, because they'll almost convince you that you're this big dreamer, and it's all just dreams. But you're not just dreaming bigger, Scorpio. You're actually putting action behind it. That's why you see the life that you see. So, underachievers, that's the word I was looking for. Not low, whatever. You being around underachievers is very tricky for anybody, because they'll almost make you feel like you're an overachiever, or you think you better than, or what. That's what I'm saying. That's some people who feel like. That's why some people feel like you're judging them, and you're not. Only if they want access to your universe. It's like you're trying to inspire people who are underachievers, and they got every excuse under the sun for why things are not working out for them. Here we have 18. I am kind-hearted. You are both open-minded and open-hearted, and your ambition is to leave this world better than you found it. Ensure, that's for you Scorpios, ensure that your goals are in line with the collective need, with the highest good of all. Listen, overachievers and underachievers don't mix. That's just as unequally yoked as you can get. I'm serious, because you coming up with all these fire ideas and all this hope, and yes, you can do this and you can do that, and they have a problem for everything you bring up. Well, you know, the such and such isn't working out, and that's not working out. You're constantly coming up, like I said, King of Wands, fire ideas. So But how did you get to where you were? You just never stopped. You just kept going and going and going, Scorpio. And so when you're dealing with people who are on a different, they're on a different frequency. So anyway, here we have affirmations for strength. All obstacles in my path are being clear. So these are some things you can say to yourself. And any obstacle of negative self-talk and self-doubt, and maybe I am an overachiever, maybe I need to calm down. Source is like, this is where you are striking the iron while it's hot. So, hey, step aside. If you're an obstacle, step aside. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to judge you unless you want access to my universe. I don't have time for distractions, right? I am brave. I am courageous. I learn from my mistakes. Failure is a farce. All effort is testing. I rise above all that stands in my way. Improvement is my only concern. So, like I said, you're not harshly judging anybody. You're just saying, we don't have that same mindset. We don't have that. I'm out here trying to get it, right? I'm out here doing it, right? So that's what I have for you, Scorpios, and I will see you all on Sunday. Bye.